York City, New York, If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, boy, we are not stopping. Aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all be blue and orange. And everybody's starving, hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers all going in. We back. Oh yeah, we back. Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, New York City, New York, If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back. This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, boy, we are not stopping. Aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all be blue and orange. And everybody's starving, hell yeah, hungry for a ring.
Forbes and Fields in the building. My God, what's good?
And I salute the new Knicks. Let's get it.
Shout out to the new Knicks.
The new Knicks, salute my guy.
The New Knicks, the organic podcast.
Sounds like it's about to go down in here.
Going down.
New York City, NYC,
MSG stand up.
Brooklyn, Staten, and the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. Brooklyn, Staten, and the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks.
Que lo que, mi gente, what's good? We back at it again with F Around and Find Out Friday, back with your family out here, the Organic Fanatics, as you are Organic Fanatics as well. Bienvenido, que lo que, we appreciate you guys. I'm 1/3 of the host here, you know what it is. Ruel, aka meaning the friend of the Most High. Praise the Most High for having you guys join us, and my sangre here with us again. Back at it for another week. I got my brother, you know what it is. New Knicks, talk to him, sir.
Yeah, que lo que, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to the TOF show. Welcome home. Could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here rocking with us, vibing with us. You already know what it is, you know what I mean? Here with my brother, Ruel, Machete, and of course, Mike the Specialist, the Invisible Man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute to M Specials, always holding it down. Without him, they know us, and he makes us look good. It ain't too hard. It ain't too hard. Anyway, salute Machete. All right, Machete gone. Grand opening, grand closing, and he gone. He ain't want to save it up. Well, damn. Tell me how you really feel here, bro. I mean, well, damn, buddy.
Hey.
All right, he says there's a storm in his around where he's at.
Yeah,
You know.
excuse the technical difficulties.
I'll send him another invite. We'll see if he pops back up here. There's a lot of stuff.
Okay. Salute to the chat. So,
What? Go ahead.
there's a storm out here too. So
Listen, y'all know
yeah, I
us. We
mean, salute to the
here.
chat, salute to everybody.
Sir, yes, sir. So Machete's getting what I got beat down with, and my brother got beat down, which is Debbie. Debbie's up north now. She done came. She's starting to throw. She threw a lot of rain out here, screwed a lot of people over in Sarasota, Florida. And he's back with us. Machete, que lo que, manito? What's good, cuz? Dímelo.
Yo, sorry guys, I'm having bad
Chop,
connection. There's a
chop.
storm out here.
All right,
The
pop
storm
in when
out.
you
So
pop in when you can. You know, he's from Maryland, so they ain't used to storms out there. They get snow, but they ain't used to the rain, like how we do it out here. But we back at it. Salute to everybody in the chat. Que lo que, chat gang, live gang, replay gang. What's good? What's good? We talking about you know what's happening with the captain. We had the official introduction to our captain, which we know he was, he was the Master P, captain of the tank, rolling with it. New Knicks, yeah, you had the intro on there. What are your thoughts of the introduction to the captain, the big grand affair? We had him introduced. We made a big thing about it. What do you think about what the Knicks did about that intro? Was it excessive? Was it necessary? Was it dope? What are some of your thoughts on that?
I mean, shit, just talking about it right now, I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah, I mean, this was definitely something exciting for New York City. The words that the team had for Brunson, Captain Brunson. Yeah, I mean, and then ending it with Patrick Ewing. That was kind of touching. Yeah, I mean, bring a little tear to my eye, but yeah, it's definitely big. The last captain we had was PE Patrick Ewing. And I mean, it's hard to describe for something like that. Like we already knew he was the captain, but to be officially named, yeah, I mean, it's just an honor to the great legends that had that title.
Machete, some of your thoughts on Jalen Brunson being named the captain, how he was introduced, just general thoughts on it yourself on that.
Yeah, congratulations to JB and the gang. You know, it was inevitable. I think that, at first, when his first year, when he got here in the middle of the season, I think that being new and you don't know your way around, it was hard to blend in. But I think that within the year, everybody knew he was the captain, who was our leader. He was the guy that we needed. And he showed it through his hard work the last year and a half that he's been with us. And, it's just exactly what he deserves, man, to be the captain. Now it's going to be a lot easier for everybody and for him. And we're ready. That means that we're ready to roll, man. It means that we're ready to. He's gonna lead us into what it is that we're achieving here.
Okay, so you say
he's reflecting the coach. He's the captain on the floor. He's the coach on the floor. He's a captain, man. He's going to reflect whatever Thibs wants is what this kid was born for. He was literally born for, man. He was born into this dude. And we have established the foundation around him. And it's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, boy, that boy got emotion, boy. That storm bringing down tears, boy. That y'all getting goosebumps with the Captain America. Hey, that was dope.
These next 4 years is going to be beautiful. You're not going to have to worry about it.
Shit, Captain Action.
Hey, I got him as Captain Clutch. You got a Captain Crunch, Captain all that. I think it was dope. I mean, I thought as far as the foundation, how the Knicks organization made a grand fair for it. They let him know it was about the family. He, as Machete was saying, he was born into this. He was able to see the Knicks organization from decades, from the time he was young, from the time his dad was involved in it, seeing Patrick Ewing from time he was a baby, Patrick Ewing, seeing him grow up, the acknowledgement from all his team members after the team has worked so hard to set these players around him and develop, and not only just him, but just in general, to set the team up, to let you know that we're ready for the season to go. I think it's dope that they lined everything up for him. Started off early before training camp. They're setting precedents by putting him as a captain. All the team members know the great thing about a team and what makes a team really go throughout the year, whether they're bench players or not, is for everybody to know their role. So the fact that they put him, giving him the leadership role, and I think we were talking about it before. We may talk a little bit more about Sunday, even for Julius Randle, it gets the other players the weight off their back, that they can just go ahead and be ready for training camp. They can stay focused on training camp and be ready to go. The fact that they named him the captain, he always leads by example, whether it's by talk or by action. He sets the pace, he dictates it. So I think it's fantastic for it. I thought it was super dope, as my brother saying he's getting goosebumps, that you got Derek Jeter, who's captain of all captains, leaders of all leaders, a winner of all winners. You got him out there. Patrick Ewing, that did all the sacrifice, had all types of terrible teams, tough teams, and that survived through the 90s gauntlets, that was a fighter through and through. I thought that was good. So it sets precedent to let all these top leaders and put him in that role on there. So I thought it was phenomenal. I think it's super dope. Salute to White Falcon in the chat. Caw-caw. Caw-caw. He's in there.
Caw-caw.
And he's already in there he says, Randall, a.k.a. Carlos Boozer, the last option. Oh, man, you taking shots right now.
Oh, here we go.
We ain't going to get into it just yet. We may talk a little bit about it, but I think it's super dope. Do you think that has impact on the team itself, knowing that he's named the captain, that they can just adapt to their role, that they've accepted it, they've all congratulated him? Does it make it easier on them? Does it make it easier on the team that he's named captain early? Does that help in any way, do you think, or was that more for Jalen?
I mean, it's like what you said and what we have said in the past, previously. Yeah, I mean, he's a leader by action. He's not too big on words and, hey guys, come here. He's really not that type of a leader. But he definitely speaks with his actions. You know what I mean?
No, I definitely hear that. I'm liking the move. I think it's gonna help the whole team. I think by them setting that up front, everybody's gonna get to know their roles. First 20-day games are gonna be interesting. You're seeing some of the schedule already come out. We're playing the San Antonio Spurs for Christmas, so they already got the game starting to roll out. Machete dropped off during the weather, so we're not gonna beat the dead horse too much, but I'm loving the fact that we got here. White Falcons got Randall, pay him his money. He wants, trade him or trade him. We're talking about that. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to talk about Randall later, or we bring him up now. It's up to you guys. You guys want to talk about that Sunday, or you want to bring in a little bit about Randall now?
Nah, we can speak about it a little bit, after we salute JB.
And I think all praise due for Jalen Brunson. He's earned it. I think another thing about that too, by New York Knicks acknowledging him as a captain, putting him as a forefront. I also think that helps him as well, because I think that helps him for the NBA to recognize him. You know what I mean? So yeah, we traded for him. Yes, he developed more than what people anticipated, even though the Knicks knew that he would be what he is now. I think by them putting him as a captain, that makes the NBA give him his due, because everybody was saying last year, is he a 1A? 1A, obviously a captain or that guy. By us acknowledging him as our captain, that lets the world and the NBA know that he is a 1A, that he's our one alpha, that he's a dude, so that way he can get his respect on making an all-star team. That way he can get his respect to make an all-NBA team. So that way he's not going to get slighted this year. And I think that's going to help him for his money, whether it's all-star, anything else that he does. I think that was a smart play by the Knicks acknowledging it, and I think that's also going to help him go, for any recognition going throughout the year. He's that MVP for an All-Star, whether he's MVP for anything else. I think that definitely going to help.
I mean, it definitely does help. I mean, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, it definitely does help. But the players that we have on this team don't really go by the acknowledgement of the media. You know what I mean? And they really don't go by what's being said on the outside. They already know this is an inside thing. It's always James. That's the way James Dolan moves. It's like all interior. You know what I mean? There's nothing that you can see from the exterior that's going on in the inside. That's why we don't know what Tibbs got signed to. That's why we don't know a lot of things. But they already knew, he was the captain since the day he was signed to the Knicks. Yeah, I mean, and for White Falcon, Julius Randle is not the last option. He is actually the second option. He's the second one.
Miss Bichetti, you got any comments? I don't know if the storm's still out there. Do you think it was something from the organization, the fact that they put Jalen Brunson, acknowledged him in such a public way that is kind of letting the NBA know that he's our 1A, he's that guy, so that way they don't try to disrespect on his recognition as he makes his accomplishment this year? Let's see if Machete can answer, because Machete he's out there in the thunderstorm. All right, he's probably not going to be able to acknowledge on there. I don't know, but I think Leon and the organization is always making these moves. So I think that was low key, something to just let the world know. White Falcon says Randall's not a number 2. Yeah, let's go into some of this. Whether it's next. I think it's also going to help Randall.
This one. That's the top you wanted.
No. I mean, they're bringing it up. They're talking about. I think this is gonna be Randall's best. Go ahead, Machete. You back? Did you get any of the questions I asked you?
Yeah, that's Machete.
Can you hear?
Yeah, did you get? Yeah, you can hear us.
I don't know if you can.
Yeah, what happened? It's just you guys are in and out. What happened now?
No. I was just asking, do you think it was something strategic by the front office, the fact that they made kind of a grand affair for Jalen Brunson, making him a captain, so that way the NBA recognizes that he's our 1A, so that way they don't try sliding him this year, so that way he can make his NBA, All-Star, since he was kind of in no man's land, but you think that was something that also, since we put him in our forefront, so the NBA can recognize that he's our leader, to put some respect on it, put some respect on his name?
Yo, fuck the NBA and their respect.
And there's our show. Thank you guys for watching the Organic Fanatics.
No, but there's merit to what you said. There's merit to what you said.
And it's,
I mean, there is a little bit of merit to what you said, but F what they think. We're coming anyway, dude. We're outside, inside. Just forget about it, dude. Forget it.
yeah, I'm just thinking, I was just thinking out loud, because I think that was something that, we already know. The Knicks fans, Knicks organization, the front office, Thibodeau, we know he's our guy. But I think it was something that had to get done, just like a Tatum, or every team has their player, their captain or their main dude. So I think by the organization recognizing it, I think by the organization acknowledging it, and not just giving him a C on his jersey to make it a big affair, putting his poster, you see the back of New Knicks back there, they put it outside of MSG in the Garden, so you see it happening that he's a captain in New York, that he's our dude. So by us giving him that prop, by us giving our recognition, they got to put respect on his name when it comes to NBA and whatever ballot, whether it's MVP, because he made it from nowhere to almost 4th, 5th in the ballot of MVP last year. So now that way they can't give him no slight. That way you don't have no Becky Hammond trying to say he's not a 1A. Now we're telling you, he's our 1A. He's the guy. He shut you up last year. Now this year, put some respect on it. And especially with the team that we got going out, you got to put some respect on his name. I think that was a low-key move from the organization. That's how they make their moves. I don't think they had, they don't do nothing like that for nothing. Everything they do is calculated, smart moves, And I think, as we ain't going to go into anything that we were doing before, but to the second player, our second best player in the team, who is undoubtedly Julius Randle. I think Julius Randle is undoubtedly our second most skilled player in our entire team. This year is going to be something that I think, and I've said it before, if you're first time here on the show, I think Randle's going to have a phenomenal year this year. This year, I think, is all by Jalen Brunson being the captain. That takes the pressure off Julius Randle, from Julius Randle having to be the guy, that he's been the guy for the last 3-4 years. When we were 17-63 team, when we first got him, he was our first major key piece, which, by the way, he was one of the first ones to take a low amount. We paid him $60 million. He took a low amount to be a Knick. So before Jalen Brunson did it, we got to give props. He was one of the first to do it. He took the 110 when he could have made more. He took a low cut there. You got to give props to him that he took low cut there. And he was one of our best skilled players. He stepped up to be an all-star, two-time all-star, three-time all-star, two-time all-NBA player. So you got to give him his props doing that. And I think this is going to be the most free you'll ever see Randall. The fact that with his deep, we said it before, I think he makes first all-NBA team. I think he can make first all-NBA all-star. So I think this is going to be the most free you see Randall. You see him all over the touring. You see him in Japan. You see him in China. He is out there. And the fact that he came back to CAA, don't sleep on that. He came back to CAA, which you see he's getting sponsorship. He's in New York. He's getting those sponsorships for his shoe, which, hey, I'm not going to lie. I like his sneakers. You guys see his sneakers? I like the sneakers. Yeah, some people are name brand whores, but I don't know. I'm a fan of the shoe. I thought the design was kind of dope. It's not cheesy. I like the shoe. Salute to Julius Randle. I like his shoe. He's been out there in China. He's now in Tokyo. He's out there promoting. He looks healthy. He looks happy. He's out there with his family. He's touring the world. He is going to come in a different monster this year. See what I did there? And if you're in Florida, go to Monster Performance. Salute out there. Machete, do you think all that pressure, I don't know if he's going to be able to come out. Do you think all that pressure helps off the weight off Julius Randle's shoulder? Do you see him being an all-star or new Knicks? If you chime in, I don't know if Machete can hear us here. Hold on, let me get some. While you guys doing, let me go to the chat. So,
Sorry, my bad. I was rolling up.
All right, so keep doing it. Let me get to the chat real quick. I'm going back and forth. So, White Falcon says Randle pay him his money he want, then trade him, or he can come off the bench. Wow, that's a crazy take, White Falcon. I'm reading it. I don't agree with it. Jalen Brunson left $113 million on the table. Trade Randle for a center. Tired of this. I don't know. That's wild talk. It's blasphemous almost. Randle is not a 2. Okay. And then Senior Beef, salute to Senior Beef. Senior Beef says he is the second option. All right. And someone didn't watch last year. So Senior Beef is correcting White Falcon. White Falcons is on the trade Randle block, which we obviously don't agree with that. Bridges and OG are second and third option. OG is elite at what he does. He is not a proven scorer. He wants to score more. He wants more touches as an option for OG. He will get more touches, but he is not a third option. He's not proven to be elite at offensive scoring. He's done great 3-and-D. He's driving more. He can do more, but he's not better offensively than Julius Randle. We'll just cut that right now. He's getting his money because he's probably the top tier 3-and-D. He's as close to Kawhi Leonard as you can get other than Kawhi Leonard. So that's a little bit of a cap. I'll let you express your opinion. Now, Bridges is a different beast here. Bridges can be a number 2. He was a number 1 option in Brooklyn. I think Bridges coming to the team is going to add another dynamic that no one's seen, not any Knicks fan. And how's that going to work with him? I believe he's starting at the 2. Most people believe he's starting at the 2. Dante DiVincenzo will acquiesce his number 2 starting role. I'm pretty sure he'll acquiesce to him, and he's our best shooter. I think that's going to be kind of interesting to see how that dynamic flows, which is why I wasn't saying a 60-win season just yet, because you're going to have to see how Bridges flows into the team. How does he fit into the team? It's going to be a whole different dynamic. The team's going to have to get used to each other. There's going to be a first season. You're going to have OG, Bridges, Randle, most probably Mitch starting, Jalen Brunson, all of them playing together. So to find a rhythm, to see how they flow is going to take a little time. So I don't see a 60-win season, not because the skill isn't there, but because Machete's favorite word is camaraderie, aka chemistry, it takes time to build up on there. You Knicks, you got anything to jump in on any of that so far?
I mean, shit. I've seen us get some good starts, with a shittier team, So I don't see why we couldn't get a good head start this year. I don't. For this year, like in previous years, I probably would say that 25 game run, but it's not like these guys are coming in like 10 games into the season or midway, like we're in training camp all together. So I think everything should gel accordingly. You know what I mean? And with the way we are built, I don't see any team that could really mess with us. You know, defensive wise first, heart second, and depth third. You know what I mean? So I think the second string will come right in and keep the consistency of what the starters did. So that should keep us afloat and way ahead of schedule. You know what I mean? Because in previous years, every time our starters went out, we would lose a lead or barely keep it going. I think this second squad is going to build on what top of the starters do, and the trajectory should be like out the water, in my opinion.
So what do you think? Go ahead, Machete. You got it. You got any feedback on that? I know you.
No, I don't have no feedback. No pushback. Everything you said was true.
Okay. So what do you think about so White Falcon saying that Randall is not a number 2 on the team the way it is now. He thinking OG would get more touches, should be the number 2 or more options. Or do you think Bridges?
White Falcon is tuned into the wrong day. This is vote for Friday. Fuck around and find out. It's not Saucy Sunday. White Falcon, I think you're floating in an airspace where you're getting low oxygen. So come back down. You know what I mean? Come back down to the atmosphere.
Back down off this cloud.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him number 2. I wouldn't put him number 2 over Randall, man. I think that Randall's our second.
What?
No, I mean, come on. He's our all-star. He's our on this squad. Randall is the all-star right now, as we speak. I don't care what anybody says. Soldier injury or not, that's our number 2 guy. He was our number 1 guy. Why should he be? How is he going to go 1 or 3? He's the second option right now. He's our guy. He's our highest scorer and highest rebounder. Nobody can score and rebound like Randall can right now. Shoot the 3, maybe I don't know if he can body up people the way Randall can. But he's our silverback right now. He's our second option. OG would be our third option. And we don't know. We've yet to see. This squad has not played yet. So we can't. I wouldn't make that call till January. But in my opinion, Randall's number 2. Still number 2. He's still the number 1 option. But we'll see. He's coming off an injury. We'll see what he's going to look like these next couple of months.
And Machete, great points on that. So, if you're going to be looking at your team, you're going to analyze your team, you're going to break down how your team fits. Jalen Brunson got snubbed for All-Star last year. I'm sorry, he made All-Star, but he got snubbed for All-NBA as a player. Julius Randle made All-Star while being injured. He missed a good chunk of the season and still made All-Star. OG didn't make an All-Star. OG didn't make All-NBA or All-NBA defense. Not saying he can't, but he didn't. So if you're looking at it, number 1 is Jalen Brunson. Number 2 is Julius Randle's. Easy. If you're even looking at stats, what they've done, their history, what they've proven, it's easy, 1 and 2. Now, number 3, 4, how the offense goes, how they get touches this year is going to be a completely different beast in general. I think Mikal Bridges was an unknown commodity. Not an unknown commodity, someone that no one thought I think was even going to happen. But the fact that Brooklyn was using him as a number 1, the fact that they were trying to keep him as their number 1, a go-to guy. He scored 44 points in the game. His offensive game, his catch and shoot, his first step is crazy now. If you haven't seen the Brooklyn highlights of him, or even watch games, I watch all of the Brooklyn games. His first step's crazy. He has a go-to move. He has a crossover. He can take a defender off the dribble. I think you're going to see a lot of Jalen Brunson. It might even start with Randall. Start Randall at the post, let him work, throw it out to catch and shoot. Jalen Brunson or let Jalen Brunson work. If they can't, you're more than likely to see Mikal Bridges. and OG as a catch and shoot, so he doesn't get hurt. Keep him at the corner 3, which he does very good at that. And then you get Mitch working, or rebound or picks. I'm looking at, I don't know. I even see the Bridges as a 3, and then OG. I don't see OG, and I think he's still going to get a lot of touches.
The way we're built, Jalen Brunson has how many number 2 options he's got? He's got number 2A, number 2B, number 2C. Take your pick. He's got chemistry all the way around. He's had chemistry before Mikal got here, before OG got here with Randall. He already had the chemistry with Randall. That's like I said, that first year when he just got here in January, that January to the end of that first season when he got here was where the adjustment had to be made right there. That was the only time it was, he had any kind of like, they weren't getting along, or they didn't know who was the leader. Am I the leader, Randall? Or is JB going to be the leader? That shit is solved right now. We know who the captain. This has got a bunch of guys out there. He's got a bunch of guys that lose with him who are going to be captains out there. He's got Randall. He's got DiVincenzo. But he specifically got JB, who's going to be the. Oh, my car's going.
All right. And so Senor Beef says he's replying to White Falcon, who's saying OG is going to be the number 2 guy. Senor Beef says he can't score like Randall. That's a fact. He's not a scorer like Randall, and he will be the hub. So Randall's going to be the hub, or possibly the main focus of some offense, which I can see that happening. And he's also saying it's August, and this guy already forgot about January. Listen, it's going to be tough. I mean, you guys, it's definitely exciting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how this team's going to work. That's why I'm not seeing 60. As much as they have the skill set, the ability to get 60, I don't see 60 because first 20 games, Thibodeau's going to figure out rotation. We don't know how healthy Mitch is, if he's going to start at center, which he should. I think he definitely should. Jericho, how Jericho looks. There's going to be a lot of nuances to this team. You're going to have Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart coming off the bench. So that's going to be a new look. Running with Deuce McBride. Where are you going to find minutes for campaign? So it's going to be interesting. A lot of moving pieces, and Thibodeau figuring out rotation and players that fit together, that it's going to take a lot for the first 25 games. Skill-wise, we could be 73-0 skill-wise. But obviously that's Nick talk. But once he gets a rotation by December timeframe, it's going to be, we'll have it working like smooth from at that point. But the fact that we don't have a set rotation is going to be interesting. I think Mikal Bridges is going to surprise a lot of people. I think he's going to get a lot of touches. And just between Mikal and you're talking about Jalen Brunson, you can't double team Randall. That is the key. Just like Senior Beef is talking about, everybody forgot who the double machine has been for 4 years while being double teamed. While being double teamed, he's had doubles. It's going to be, Julius Randle's going to be so free. Whether it's OG catching a three-pointer, whether it's Mikal Bridges catching a three-pointer, you definitely got to respect the captain who's going to be crossing you over, having you fall down. Ask Caruso what happens when the captain is crossing you over. You have all that to worry about. And then you got the bully, the silverback, destroying everybody in the paint. And don't forget about Sleepy Mitch, who all these guys are doing the work. Mitch is going to get second attempts for us, rebounding and dunking. So if they ain't missing, Mitch is dunking. He's going to be the number 1 leader in offensive rebounds and blocking. Mitchell does not have to do as much work as he did before because he had a cover for Randall, who we have to know that he used to sleep on defense. Mitchell had to recover for whoever was the point guard, Alfred Payton, whoever was the shooting guard. So Mitch is free right now. Mitch is another one who should blossom in the starting lineup because everybody else is going to be doing their job. New Knicks, talk. What you got?
I mean, I said that about like 2 or 3 pods ago. Yeah, I mean, with all the new with all the new ancillary pieces that we got, all the complementary pieces we got, like everybody's a two-way player. They're not just one-sided or fully defense or fully offense. They all can handle multiple positions. So that's why the fact of having OG and Bridges secured, the new nickname for them is Wingstop. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna stop those wings and they're gonna pop it. So yeah, Mitch and everybody. I'm not gonna say an injury-free year, but it should be a little lighter on the injuries now that we got everybody that can cover their own ground and then some. You know what I mean? So yeah, everybody will be playing a little more free and with a little more opportunity to go in their bags.
Yeah, it's gonna be something fun to watch. Hey, salute to Knicks Fan TV CP. I gotta give him the props. His show, they coined Wingstop and Captain Clutch. Salute to them. Always this thing. He's out there in Italy.
Thanks.
We give props. I do. We support all other.
Salute.
I'm gotta bring the full brim to CP, the franchise. Salute to everybody out there. Appreciate you guys. He came up with the. We gotta get a man his props on that. But what are you guys' thoughts on Mitch starting? Do you think a healthy OG? Do you think the Mikal Bridges? You think Jalen Brunson and Beast Mode Randall? Do you think that helps Mitch where he doesn't have to do as much? Do you think that led to some of Mitch's injuries because he always had to recover and chase down other players and dive in? Or was it just Bam Adebayo and Embiid cheating? And salute to John
knowing Thibs, he'll probably want to start his guys, man. He's gonna want to have he's gonna want to have the team over 500. So he more than likely is gonna want to play a healthy Mitch, but we don't want to burn him out. Hopefully Thibs will play him a little bit smarter. But knowing Thibs will probably want his starters, all the starters to be starters, including Mitch. We talked about it last show where we would like to see him probably start in January, play the backup till then, kind of preserve him, and then bring him in, in the second half of the season after the All-Star break, utilize him. As Munich said, that would be ideal. But knowing Thibs, he's going to want to play above 500 at the start of the season. So more than likely, he'll play Mitch, but hopefully he won't burn him out. And Mitch will probably want to play, at least start those games where, he's going to want that payback, you know what I mean? Those games won't play in Philly, those games especially those Philly games he may want to start, kind of preserve him for games like that. But I think that we should have, like Munich said, save until after the All-Star.
Hey, salute to Nostalgic Knicks in the building as well. Everybody's in the chat. Appreciate you guys putting the comments. I'm trying to reach that so I can get you guys there. Nostalgic Knicks says the bench is small. He says Kolek, Deuce, Chenzo, Hart, and Precious. They are small, so that's kind of interesting to see how he's going to move out there. To Machete's point, whether he starts Sims or Mitch, I tend to agree with Machete. I think that as much as I think Jericho should start until Mitch is 100%, Mitch has been chilling in the offseason. He looks like he's good to go. He's driving. He's hanging out, so his foot looks healed. I don't know if he's doing a lot of workout on it. I haven't seen any workout videos, which maybe he's keeping it, to wraps, so people don't see or comment on his videos anymore. So I don't know if he's in game shape or he's going to get to game shape. But listen, when it comes to training camp, Tibbs is going to see if he's at the condition he wants him to be in and whether he's going to start or not. If he doesn't start, then he's not going to be in that game shape. I know that Jericho this year, if you look at Jericho's normally quiet, but Jericho looks kind of swaggy this year. Have you guys noticed he looks a little more confident? He's replying to people dissing him on Twitter, X, whatever you call it, the bird, the X, the Elon Musk cap, whatever, the musket. You're breaking up a little bit, Machete. Say again.
Yeah, someone was talking shit about them, and he talked back. Slap back.
Yeah, he clapped back. Somebody was talking about him, and he replied back, "Why does your girl date someone that looks like a girl or something?" I don't know, something like that. But he was clapping back. He looks confident. He got the braids rolling, and in the thank you in the captain video where he was saying congratulations to Jalen Brunson being a captain. I don't know if he's dipping. It looked like he was dipping. He had one of these joints. He was like, yo, I don't know if he's dipping. Hopefully you're not dipping. My grandson. He's my grandson. If y'all know Jericho's my grandson. I ain't that old, FYI. So I don't know. New Knicks, you think you thinking Mitch is healthy? You think he's a starter? I know we agree. I know me and you like seeing Simpson start, but what Machete says I think has value that if you leave it up to Tibbs, he's gonna love to throw Mitch on there. What do you think a Tibbs move would be?
Well, I mean, I think a Tibbs move would be. I mean, we all know that Tibbs even takes summer league serious. So the regular season is, without having to be said, is definitely serious for a New York Knicks Tibbs team. But I think, the points that Raw was bringing up on his show, how Jericho, yeah, Raw Hebrew Remnant, y'all go check them out, subscribe, you know what I mean? That's the Bohan. Like he was saying, like Sims' numbers is good when they're playing with Precious. But I think that the same freedom that we say Mitch would have and Randall, the amount of pressure with the new signing, I think Sims could have the same trajectory as Mitch. I wouldn't want to burn Mitch out. Listen, a lot of people are talking shit about Mitch. The only one time Mitch came in to camp, like not ready, was the year that he messed up his foot and he couldn't work out, so he bulked up in weight, and it took him the whole year to learn how to trim down and learn how to play with that weight. But ever since then, Mitch has been all right. A lot of these injuries were caused by other team players hating on Mitch, not wanting to see that boy's career. Yeah. So, I mean, I think Mitch is good. I think Tibbs has confidence in everybody that we signed. I think the front office has confidence in everybody we signed. Really tired of the bullshit that some people are putting out there that Precious was signed to get traded and all of that, and Randall accepted a bag or is gonna accept, bro. Like all these trade talks and looking at the fans that are not really looking at what we have, and looking at the other teams and other players wanting them, bro, that shit doesn't work out all the time. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for what we got here. I'm grateful for all the players we got here, and every single one of these players are New York good. A lot of players and a lot of coaches and a lot of people that everybody wants on this team, they're really not built like that. Let me repeat myself. A lot of players, a lot of coaches, and a lot of people that y'all want are not built like that.
Shetty, you got something to say? You had any comment, or you just?
Nah, exactly what he said is true, man. A lot of these guys coming in here, they're not built like that, And we got the guys we need, man. It would be ideal if the numbers, like Bob spoke about
show that Precious with Sims is positive, we're in a good positive, then we should start those guys and hold off with Mitch. It makes a lot more sense. We got the guys, we got the backup. Either way, they're gonna find a combination that's gonna keep us winning. But I think in the beginning of the year, these first 25 games,
It's about trying to
Hey.
keep us, at 500 or above. I think that's going to be the focus, and we got to, we're gonna, I think, I don't know, Boston probably, the way they're not playing Tatum, he may have a chip on his shoulders coming in for the regular season and take it out on us. Hopefully, they'll take it out on Golden State. But he could have a chip on his shoulder, and they could, really, if they're healthy, be a good competition. So that what I'm saying is that those are the teams we're going to go up against. The other teams in the East, they got better. How much better? We don't know. We'll see. But
Hey, salute to G,
I think
man.
Tibbs may want to keep us at 500, and we may have to use Mitch as a starter.
Hey, hold on. Let me salute the chat. Salute to Keith Watkins in the building. ATL, Senior Beef, G-Man 78, Nostalgic Knicks, Coco, White Falcon, Johnny Harris in the building, our local Nick hater. Always an appreciator, my guy. Salute to you guys. They're going in on the chat. White Falcon is
Trash can man.
There you go, Mr. Trash Can. He's in the chat chucking them trash cans. Late start. Did I miss much? We got some stuff talking, and as we go in, we go at it. No Porzingis. All right, yep. So G-Man, let me see what we got here. So Nostalgic Nick was saying Oleg Deuce, and that was saying we got a small lineup. And then Senior Beef says, laugh out loud at Kolek, situational at best. Remember our coach. And I agree with that. And to my brother New Nick's point.
Hey, go ahead.
And to Raw Hebrew's point on there, I was at the game, the Magic game. I was watching it. Sims and Precious Achua played very well together. That when they were playing together, that's when Precious had the double-double. He had the 5 assists, all while playing against Paolo Banchero, which frees him up, letting him do what he does naturally. Precious Achua is athletic. He's a shooter. He's a mover. He can defend. He can play center, but that's not his natural role. His natural role is more than likely as a power forward, which I think that's where he thrives in. As a starting unit, I think we already know it's going to be Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges at the 2. You got OG at 3. You got Julius Randle at the 4 and Mitch at the 5. Our bench is going to be the deepest bench in the world, which you got Deuce McBride at the 1, Dante DiVincenzo at the 2. You got what up? Yep, that's the captain. So you're gonna have Deuce from the bench as a point guard. You're gonna have Dante at the 2 from the bench. You're gonna have Josh Hart from the bench as a small forward. Precious Achua at the 4, and then you're gonna have Jericho Sims at the 5. That's probably the deepest 10 that you're gonna have all NBA. And then you still got Campaign, you still got Jacob Toppin, you still got Kolek. And those are in case something happens, you got these guys coming in. But that 10 right there is gonna be incredible and crazy to start out there. What do you guys thoughts on the 10? Do you think?
Let me say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I was gonna say, for the, I don't know if it was White Falcon or Coach who said it, that we're small. The second unit is small. Listen, we were small all last year. The second and third unit was the team playing half of the season. So I mean, us being small, it doesn't resonate with me. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody look at Hart. Like, he plays like a big man. You know what I mean? Everybody here plays big, no matter what their height is.
Hey, salute to Just Knicks coming into the chat as well. Why we trade Hartenstein? Well, listen, we'll get back to that. I think right now the team is ready. Whoever we have now, the team made whatever moves they're gonna make. They examined, looked at whoever. If there's any interest on anyone else that they want to get, would probably be in December if our players don't step up. I think that just who we have is who we're confident in, is who the organization is confident in, and I think they're gonna let them do what they do. It's up to the players at this point to be ready for training camp. It's up to the players to show their skill set and earn their bread. Right now, it's up to the players. The organization did what they had to do. They got everybody that they gave Thibodeau his money. They gave Brunson his money. Randall is up back with CAA. He doesn't have to sign the extension. I don't think he does anyway to the end of the year. They're letting him get his money with his team. He's out there in Tokyo, Japan. Everybody's good. Everybody got paid. Everybody's ready. Now it's time for the players to step up. The first 25 games is finding the chemistry, finding rotation, and for Precious, for Sims, is their time. If you look at last year, we talked about it at the beginning of the first 25 games. I was saying it's up to Randall, up to IQ, and up to Grimes at that time for the first 25 games to make a name. And last year, in the beginning of the first 25 games, that's why last year, if you look, I was harder on Grimes because he had the starting role. He was a starting two guard. It was up to him to either show up or show out. That was up to him. And he didn't. That's when Dante took over. But he had plenty of opportunities to show out. And that's why you see him in Dallas this year. That's why you see IQ, because we couldn't afford IQ. It's not that we didn't want him. He didn't want that role. He wanted to be a starter. And him and RJ, we put them in a better place, but it was the first 25 games to see who they are. The first 25 games is going to be up to Precious. Does he dominate and get paid and stays by us? Does he outplay? Does he play so well that he's going to go to another team because he plays so well? Just like iHeart. It's not that we don't want to keep these guys. We got great talent that are outplaying their contracts for the most part. So these 25 games to see if Sim steps up and Precious. Go ahead, Knicks. You on mute.
Listen, I want to go back to the top of the show on Jalen Brunson. You heard what the man said. You know, first of all, he took the pay cut because he was already financially set for his future. The second thing out of his mouth was that he wants to be here for the rest of his career. And winning is way more important to a lot of these players than a bag really is. Like, every player that plays is, I mean, their goal is the chip. They're not playing to be like, oh, we're going to make ECF, or we're going to want to get to the finals or pass second round to, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's goal is the chip. And I think we've been shitted on long enough for us to be the number one contender out there with Timberland boots and stomping shit out. You know what I mean?
And as far as Nick, so they go ahead in the chat where White Falcon is saying to start Precious, Senior Beef is saying start Mitch, and to what Machete was saying too, what Tibbs is gonna do. Like, listen, when Mitch went down, salute to iHeart for stepping up and balling out. Salute to Sims for stepping up and doing what he does.
He wasn't the first choice. He wasn't the first choice, though. People gotta stop looking. Okay, go ahead, get to
Hey, can I ask you, why haven't we spoken about tomorrow? Randall's up for a contract extension that could be worth up to $184 million for the next 3 or 4 years.
Welcome to the Organic Fanatics, where we sidetrack a conversation mid-thought. Hold that question.
We're talking about everything else, but tomorrow's Saturday. Dude. We've been fucking talking for like an hour. We talked about this guy, Randall, who was the captain, and probably the second guy in charge. He's probably the co-captain.
We did talk about it, but your intermittent internet didn't allow it.
Okay, my bad.
Okay, so I'll let you jump in on that in a second and give your thought. Let me just finish up here what I'm saying real quick.
No, if you guys talked about it, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
No, but you can give your feedback on it. You can give your opinion on it. But nonetheless, Mitchell is the dude. These other guys played admirably. I'm stuttering. Admirably. And then you got Precious who stepped up. You have Mitch who stepped up. Sims who stepped up, and iHeart. But the dude who was starting, the dude who was number 4 in the NBA, the dude who was number 4 offensively in the NBA, the dude who was leading the NBA in steals was Mitchell Robinson. You know, you guys are forgetting. Was that Floyd Mayweather? Not Floyd. Roy Jones. Y'all must have forgot. Who was that used to sing that song? Was it Roy? Was it Roy? I think it was Roy that had that song. Y'all must have forgot. Old school joint. Anyway, I think it was I think it was Roy. Anyway,
but we also, but bro, we also gotta go on all right, on on the roommate show. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, Hart, and the third co-host. I forget his name. But like when they had Mitch on there, like Mitch expressed himself. Like, go back and check the show, and he said he was tired of being injured riddled every year. Not every year, but he said from like a certain period of time, from like December to something, like it's always this nagging bullshit. You know what I mean? So I want to see Mitch past that hump. You know what I mean? And the first 25 games, like I said, with all the players that we have, bro, I think Mitch has said it in the past. Mitch has said it in the past. When I heard, he said, bro, I'm comfortable coming in second, in the second unit. I heart's the bro. You know what I mean? So it's not like Mitch is gonna be pissed off if he doesn't start for the beginning of the season when he knows
very good point.
He goes through this every year. Before. So yeah, so I think Mitch wouldn't mind taking the back seat to the All-Star break, and then I'd rather have Mitch lead us into the finals instead of leading us off into the season.
I agree.
I think Mitch deserves to be our center leader going into the second half of the year and getting us that chip. And I think Sims deserves the spot to come in and carry us for the beginning half of the year. I think they all.
I agree with Newnicks. He's absolutely right. Sims deserves to start because Mitch Rob has conceded before the spot. Because you're right. I think that he does want to see those playoff minutes, man. He wants to get that playoff burn, bro. He wants to get us to the finals, bro. He wants to be there. He's not gonna. I don't think starting for him is a priority. I think that he's gonna get his numbers. He would like to see himself score or be given the option to shoot a 3-pointer. That would be great. That would be lovely, but we got to win some championships first. And I think that's what he wants. He wants those playoff minutes, like New Nick says. He wants to come in. We think that he wants to come in, with the bench. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it would give them size and would give us the guy in there. He would be able to rest and come in there with that extra energy, and then carry us, on into the after the All-Star, into the playoffs, into the finals, or EFC, God willing.
And you got to understand, Mitch coming off of the bench, that means he plays against lesser competition, so it gives him that recovery time. It gives him that. I mean, because Mitch is not a person that needs confidence. Mitch is a very confident guy. You feel what I'm saying? And he knows he's very pissed off. You know what I mean? And I think, Mitch does deserve that break to get us into the playoffs and have that feeling of helping us win. And with everybody on the team, bro, Mitch coming off the bench, playing the second unit center, like it's easy work.
Hey, salute to G-Man who calls Dante DiVincenzo the albino rhino. That's a crazy one. I like that one. Hilarious. Albino rhino.
I like
that. Hey, I'm in the mindset that I think what Tibbs may do. I think you start Mitch, man. I think there's no way you don't start Mitch, because that takes us to a whole nother level as far as defense. But I think between him and OG, I think you start them. I think you start Mitch. I think you start OG. I think you have the regular starting lineup, and I think you limit the minutes of OG and Mitch together. I think you can bring them out a little earlier, let them run, stop the defense from whoever the starting teams are, and then 2 to 3 to 4 minutes before the quarter's over, you take them out, and then you can bring a Precious in or a Dante and kind of move it around, make it a little more flexible. So I think if we can keep the starters in the 30 minutes and include other players, limit the minutes of Mitch and OG so they can stay healthy to last longer throughout the year, I think you'll see him play Mitch and OG right off the bat as a starting unit, and then somehow take them out earlier so they don't get as injured or preserve them a little longer, and bring in other players, a Josh Hart, Precious, Sims to kind of facilitate that, to let them rest a little bit more. But I think you got to start them because that's our best defensive team to start off. Just take OG and Mitch out maybe 2 minutes earlier than the other starters, in my opinion. I think that's the winning combo, and it preserves them long term. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? If you want to start Mitch for the first 5 minutes of every quarter to total him into 20 minutes, you know what I mean? That's not a problem. But, you know what I mean? I just think that when it comes to I think when it comes to the big bodies like your Embiid's, your Jokic, yeah, I mean, you need a big body to match that big body. And I think Sims will be a better bang out body to body wise, you know what I mean? And at the same time, we do got Julius Randle. So it's not like everything's going to be heavily dependent on Sims when it comes to those things. But I don't want, I mean, I see the frustration.
Bro,
in the interview. The frustration in Mitch's interview.
The Knicks have a 6-headed monster. We have a 6-headed fucking monster, even though 5 guys are playing on that court. But we got a 6-headed monster, bro. We got Big Mitch. We got Randall. We got Jalen Brunson. We got Voltron, bro. We got the 5 pieces that assembles Voltron, bro. We really do, man. We really do. These guys, all our starters, everybody we got on it is an all-star. Right? If all of us ain't, we got an all-star squad. I'm a homer. I may sound like a homer, but what I'm telling you, what I'm spinning is facts, dogs. We got Mikal Bridges with Dante DiVincenzo. Bro, we got Jalen Brunson. We got Deuce. Listen, it's like music to your ears. That's why you're quiet. We got Mitch Robb. We got Precious Achua. We got Jericho Sims. Fuck with it if you want to. Come. Fuck with it if you want to.
It's a crazy lineup, even as to hear how it's saying out there.
Yeah.
We have the potential of averaging almost 120 a night as a team.
Bro, we're gonna be top. We're gonna be top.
You didn't mention OG. You didn't mention OG.
I didn't mention OG? Oh, shame on me, bro. I was mentioning the 5, but bro, I hear what you're saying. How can I have forgotten? How can I have forgotten? Come fuck with it if you want to. That's gonna be the motto for this year. Come fuck with it. We're unfuckwittable. We're gonna be unfuckwittable. Unfuckwittable. That's what we are.
Unfuckwittable. That's how
5 rising stars.
Yo, son,
Fuck with it.
listen.
To the garden and fuck with it.
Machete, what were you saying on you were talking about Randall? Give us some of your feedback where you're talking about Randall. Some of your thoughts on Randall. How does that help him now that Jalen Brunson's a captain?
Give him the bag. Whatever they gotta offer the man, secure the bag, bro. You came back to CAA.
All right, yeah. On your topic,
he wanted my opinion. I think that you give the man money. See what he does this year and give him his money. Or what is it? They're talking about tomorrow. Maybe they're gonna offer him. Give the man his money. He deserves it. He didn't play. He's been injured, but that's not his fault. Those injuries were not his fault. That guy plays hard, man. And when he comes to play, he plays real with a lot of heart. Whether we like him or not, he's got to fight through all that shit. His emotionals up and down, or whatever it is all that baggage that comes to playing in New York and being the leader. We got a guy who just wants to come and play, man. He just wants to play, bro. Randall just wants to ball out, bro. He wants to just be. He doesn't want the pressure of whatever the weight of the jersey. He doesn't want any of that. He doesn't want the critical. He doesn't want any of that. He just wants to come and ball the F
out, bro. And what comes with it, that hard work, because that guy works really hard on his body. He plays really well. You know, he's a baller, dude. He's been an all-star under Thibs, 3 times in the last 4 years. Bro, man, that guy just wants to ball, man. He doesn't want no titles, no pressures, none of that shit, man. He just want to come in quiet, do his job. He's a blue-collar worker. And then that's all he wants to do, bro.
Listen, when I was a kid.
Hold on. So Keith, hold on real quick. Keith Watkins, what you say? Y'all tripping? Talking about us or people in the chat? Senior B says, watch us have several games with teams scoring under 90 points a game before Christmas. That's a dope take. So Keith, Senior B says, watch us have several games with teams scoring under 90 a game. That means we're gonna hold teams down under 90 points.
Who said that?
Senior B. So I like
you
that.
Heard Senior Beef. You heard it here first.
You call it first.
G-Man. Fanatic show.
No, that.
Hey, hold on. Say.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Let me read the chat. Hold on. And then G-Man says they hit us with that Nat King Cole mixtape remix. You guys singing the Nat King Cole Unforgettable. Disagree. That's right. Unforgettable song. Now it's in his head. He said, "Thanks, fellas." The song Unfuckwittable. Nat King Cole remix.
Yes, sir. Listen,
you heard it here first. The Organic Fanatic Show.
Yeah.
Unfuckwittable.
Yes. Yeah, listen, on the topic of Randall, right? I think Randall's with alignment with the team. I think Randall's in alignment with the captain. I think you guys aren't seeing what's behind the curtain. Like Mike said, with Randall re-signing to CAA, he sees the vision of the front office. He sees himself as one of the pillars of bringing the chip, actually the first pillar to take on the challenge as a player by himself, no help. Second of all, I used to watch this movie called King Kong, right? It had a silverback gorilla. And what this silverback gorilla did, he went to MSG, he snatched the chip, and the whole NBA started chasing him. So he ran to this building called the Empire State Building, and he climbed it. And he held that chip to the air, and he screamed.
How did he do
That's what he did.
Hey, you guys can't say we don't give you definitely some extraordinary content. We do things very different.
Yo, this is like Jalen Brunson's the captain, but Randall is the king of motherfucking Kong.
He's gonna be on top of New York. He's gonna be on top of the world, is what he's saying.
Rafters, Randall is what's gonna happen. He's gonna be in the rafters.
So like I said, my bad. Let me land this plane. So like I was saying to my Empire State Building comment, Randall's in alignment with the front office. He knows he's gonna be here for 3 chips. So I don't think he's in a rush to sign that. I think he'd rather win the chip this year, right? He's gonna roll the dice on himself and say, hold that. Cause I know y'all might want to make some moves mid-season before trade deadlines. So y'all hold on to that, because I'm a gamble on myself. Get that chip and come back for the re-up. And when that re-up comes with a ring on it, the bag is limitless. So,
bro, you guys,
this is what these players are fighting for. Is It's a legacy. A leg. Bro, it's a legacy,
Bro,
bro.
the
This
whole
is what
entire
they want,
NBA
bro.
knows that we are building a
We didn't
legacy.
say it. They said.
We have Worldwide West. We have Leon Rose. We have our coach Thibodeau. We got Mark Bryant. We got the Mook. Bro, we're building a legacy, and yeah, Randall knows that, bro. He knows that. That's why he extended. They were trying to extend these guys. They know these guys know they have the opportunity to be the first team in 50 plus years to try to bring New York a chip, and that we're in route, and we
Bro,
do have the guys and personnel to do it.
Let him finish.
You know, we're in route, and we do have the guys to do it, and we all know that. The squad knows that. That's why they're signing on, and it's just a matter of finding one more guy, maybe one more guy. Maybe we trade for another guy, but I think that we go with what we know. You know, but then again, you never know, because this front office, shoot, man, just a couple of years ago, man, we're completely different than what we were like 2 years ago, man, than we were a year ago, man. A completely different squad.
Salute
But
to Buzzer
it's for the
Beater.
better. It really is for the better.
Salute to Buzzer Beater says 60 wins.
Well, that's.
Let me get the chat real quick. Hey, salute to East Blue Drew. Salute. Newcomer. East Blue Drew. I don't even got a cap, but we're gonna give you the full brim first time on the chat. Salute to you.
I never full brim. I never heard that name. Welcome to the fam, the TOF show. We get litty over here. You heard? Yeah, I mean, we keep it popping. There's some, home. This is a homer show. Yeah, I mean, I'll say it. We're homers.
Hey, salute to East Blue Drew. First timer says newcomer in the chat. We appreciate you. We expect to see you in the chats. You can see we got a little bit of everybody. We got White Falcon, who's out here talking reckless. He's dropping bird shit on He's dropping bird shit on everybody in the chat right now. He's going crazy. Salute to everybody out there. Send your beef. Long-term sustainable winning. He's calling that as we see it right now. Definitely talking that talk. I don't see why Randall takes the bread this year. I don't see why he takes it this year. He has another year. Get your money. He still has clauses in this contract where if he gets All-Star again, All-NBA, he's going to get his bonuses. He gets a chip, anything else, he's going to get more bonuses. He has his no trade clause. And with that next year, if he makes these All-NBA first ballot, All-Star first ballot, instead of second team, third team like he's been, if he gets first team All-NBA, first team All-Star, he's going to qualify for a bigger contract. Why would he? At this point, he took discounts. He took the 60 mil, gave us a discount the first time. He took the lower amount at the 117, whatever it was that he took, lower than that. They gave RJ more than that. So he took a discount 2 times. Now's the time to give him his bag. Let him get the All-Star, let him get the All-NBA ballot, and then he's going to make his 200. And before he does that, he ain't doing the extension so they can get that piece that Machete's talking about, maybe that final center, which we all want whoever we have now to blow up and do their thing, and hopefully we can keep them. But if there is another person out there to get a final piece, a center, whatever that case may be, or whoever that final piece that we can get, it would be at the end of the season or trade deadline. East Blue Drew's first comment, Randall already took a cut though, so I wouldn't blame him for wanting the max. Yep, he took the words right out of my mouth. He took 2 cuts. He got the 60 mil when they went and got AD in LA. So when he went out there, he took that small amount. He had 60 mil. Then we gave him that 117, which he qualified for more. People were talking about he qualified for 200 mil. He ain't take it. He took a 50% discount there. So if anything, he was the first person. People was giving Jalen Brunson props on taking a cut, and he took it. Julius Randle did it twice, and he still stood for New York. He repped New York when it was grimy. Julius Randle, when he was playing by himself with no other players, he was the early 80s New York. Slum buildings, burnt down buildings, crackheads. He was representing New York when it was in the slums. And now that it's shiny and pretty, let the man eat. Let him get his bread. But ain't no reason for him to take that right now. when he can make all NBA with the team he has around him now, he can have probably his best season he's ever had, and that's only gonna make him to a more money qualifier. And let the man get his paper. And I think Jalen Brunson knows that. So I don't think he takes any of that bread now and gets his dough back in at the end of the year. Michelle, do you think he should take it now? Or do you think with all these qualifiers, the better team that he has now, that he's gonna get more money in August when it's actually time for him to sign?
Well, I would say never look a gift horse in the mouth. Take that money and run, boy. You got generational wealth, dude. That's a lot of money, regardless. What if you get hurt? What if you get hurt? Your injury prone.
Yo, just in case, hot spot tripping, just in case.
Right. We got
to me, like I said before, man. I told you last year, bro. And I said this about Hartenstein, bro. Take your money, bro. Take whatever it is, whatever they're offering you. Learn from the other people's lessons who thought that, hey, if you really believe in yourself, we all believe in you. We know you could, but accidents happen. We wouldn't want to see you get hurt, and then you would make that. If the money's on the table right now and you're healthy, and you can do it. Take it, bro. You got money for generations.
I'm in a good spot. But
I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to jinx them or anything like that. God forbid, or anything like that. But we wouldn't want to see anything to happen to you. Then you don't get paid. So I mean, take that money.
I agree with that. I agree with the sentiment. If this is your first bag, like iHeart, this is iHeart's first big bag. You don't know if you're ever gonna get that bag again. Yo, dip, get your paper. Jalen Brunson, we gave him double what he had before. His first big bag was $100 million when he was just gonna get 55 from Dallas, and then he gets the extension for 153. So this is a second big bag for him. Julius Randle got 60 mil, then he got 117. This will be a third bag. So it's not like this is his first bag. He's got bread, he's got a contract, he's got endorsements, which he's making money from, whether it's State Farm, he's getting
endorsements.
Okay, so he's got his bread. It's not about the bread.
Grab the bag now. Get the endorsements, he already make more.
But he doesn't need to.
Bro, he got enough money to chill for the year and get a bigger bag when he gets that chip.
This will be his final bag. This will be his final bag that he could probably get, because he's going to be 30 years. I think it's like 30 or 31. This will be his last big bag that he can get. So at this point, now he has to max out his final big opportunity that he can get. If this is the last big bag, because after this, he's going to be in his 30s. He's not going to get a big bag after this, maybe unless he does like a 2-year type of thing like LeBron, if he's still healthy and still playing very well. But this is going to be the last big bag for him after, by the time he's 30. So at this point, it's better for him to not sit out, but just play as best he can as last year. He's literally in his prime right now. He's got the best talent he's ever had around him that will make his life a whole lot easier. So he should be able to get first All-NBA ballot. That's going to escalate this existing contract. So he's going to get crazy bonuses off this contract.
Stay a little more healthier.
Your bonus is going to be ridiculous for this year. And then that's only going to elevate your contract next year. Then you get your super max to something, which Laurie Marketing got. And by next year, the TV deals are going to be even higher again. So it's not going to be that crazy to give him a 230, 240 deal and then in 2 years after that, Brunson's going to get a 300, so that just makes more sense for him. He's going to get a bag. He's already got paid. He's already got endorsements, that's why he went back to CAA. That's why he's in China right now. That's why he's in Tokyo enjoying his life, because his sneaker deal that CAA got him has got him out there in Tokyo getting his endorsements, traveling with his family to China, traveling to Tokyo. The endorsement deals he got is getting him out there. Just like Jalen Brunson took a pay cut, but CAA, or he got endorsements. You saw Jalen Brunson getting all types of endorsement deals last year. He was in all types of commercials last year. So he was getting endorsement deals, which makes it easier for him to say, I'll take a pay cut, because you're getting money in other ways. So they're looking at them getting endorsement deals, getting the money elsewhere where it doesn't chokehold the team on contract money. You know what I mean? So they're getting their bread. They're just getting it elsewhere where it doesn't hamper or tighten on the team. So I think Julius Randle just doesn't do anything, doesn't get his extension. Hold on, max out whatever bonuses you get this year, and then next year you get your super duper bag. Randle cannot take another pay cut, White Falcon. He did it twice. He did 2 pay cuts. The 60 mil he got was definitely under his value. The 117 was under his value. They both were undervalued for him, and he took it and he stayed for the team. He can't take a third pay cut. He just can't. East Blue Drew says, "Man, wait till the season starts and Paul is injured." Podcasting. Paul. He's talking about podcast P. Are you talking about Paul or podcast P? Hey, they're gonna be podcasting for real. It's gonna be a lot of problems. I don't know. I'm excited. Salute to the captain. I'm super excited for Jalen Brunson. I think it's gonna be a phenomenal year for him. Also for him, he doesn't have to be taking all them charges. Mikal Bridges is gonna take the weight off for Jalen Brunson, which is ironic. The shooting guard and the small forward we have, Bridges is gonna help Brunson tremendously defensively. So Brunson doesn't have to make too many charges because you're gonna have Bridges helping up close the gap. You're gonna have OG also there to close the gap, and that's why I said it's important you start Mitch. So between those 3 defenders is gonna make it a whole lot easier for Jalen Brunson, where he doesn't have to take all these charges, hurt his hand, or do this extra stuff. It's gonna make it alleviate Julius Randle, where he can just focus on his offensive game. It's gonna be a crazy year. Super happy for the captain. Senior Beef says Randall didn't sign, so he was able to give the team the chance to get a center. I agree. Listen, that's what I'm saying. The first 25 games to see what you got, and then whatever move by trade deadline. I think they may be a move by trade deadline. I'm not saying it. Hopefully, who we have balls out if there's an opportunity there. I kind of go with that sentiment. I don't understand why we keep forgetting about that actually happening. He is for the team and winning at the end. Yes, he's a team player. He's all about the Knicks. He wore the heaviest jersey. He took all the grit. He took all the abuse from the fans. He took the thumbs down, and he's still here. And people are still trying to trade this man off. You guys are crazy. I don't understand that. But I'm excited for the team. Super happy for Randall. East Blue Drew says having Brunson as a captain is great direction. Yeah, it's gonna be a tremendous, tremendous season. I'm not going to beat it up. It's going to be a phenomenal season. I'm going to cut it short because I got family here. Machete, any final thoughts that you got? I'm going to close it out early. Well, not early. It's 1:30. An hour, 30 minutes is early for us.
No, everybody enjoy this summer and get some rest. Knickerbockers, we'll see what happens. Everybody enjoy your weekend. God bless. Be safe out there.
Yes, sir. You already said. Salute to everybody in the chat, live gang, replay gang. We're cutting it a little shorter than we usually do. We're waiting for training camp. Super excited. School's going to be starting for my kids, starting soon. I got kids in high school and different ranges there. So I'm going to do my best for Fridays. We got football games that we go to. So I'm going to do typically Friday, 5 p.m., Sunday, 5 p.m. So as it comes, we'll definitely be doing shows either way, or I'll do quick shorts if I can do Fridays, but we'll definitely get you guys. Appreciate to everybody joining in. If you're in there, East Blue Drew, like, subscribe, bell notifications so you can see when we drop videos, we drop content. Salute to M Special in the building. You guys don't see him, but he makes ultimate sacrifice to freaking Rican back there. We wish we could give him some totones with some pollo back there with some adobo, but he's always holding the show down. Without him, we don't have this dope show here. I appreciate you guys all live in the chat. Salute to the new Knicks who bounced out of here. He got so booted that he just floated away. White Falcon, come on, you crazy takes. New Knicks is in there. Well, we're going to be out of here, New Knicks, so we closing it out anyway. We appreciate you guys saying your beef. Keith Watkins, G-Man, Nostalgic Knicks, everybody in the chat. We appreciate you guys being here. All your comments, like, subscribe, comment in the regular comments. We chat with you guys all the time. Replay gang. Let us know your thoughts. Trade Randall, keep Randall. We already know where the home is, where we go. But we love chatting with you guys either live or in the comments section. We're going to do our best to throw a show this Sunday. But there's not much happening right now. The season's ready to take place. Training camp starts coming. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Machete, anything else? You came on. Anything else you want to throw in there?
Shouts out, well, man. God bless the families and my love. Everybody, thanks for listening. So let's go USA. Kick some ass. Men's basketball team playing, well. The old vets finally coming through. And, let's get some gold medal out there. Let's show the world that we still got the #1 basketball squad in the nation, bro.
That's right. This is the game. This is the episode before the Olympics. Tomorrow, USA versus France. Does Wembanyama get it, or does Steph Curry gets his first goal on the Olympics?
They're gonna be playing in France. They're gonna be playing in France. Paris is gonna be playing in France. It's gonna be an interesting game. See what happens, but Wemby's on the rise, huh?
You think it's a setup that France, they're in the gold medal? Then you think it's a setup?
You know, French, they're always up to no good, man. You know, we'll see. We'll prevail.
Hey, put your comments in the chat. Put your comments. Let us know what you think. Does France get it? Does LeBron James get it with the gray? Like me, Steph Curry gets his first gold medal. Let us know what you think. Put it in the chat. Appreciate you, Machete, for coming on. With thunderstorms, we do whatever we can to get on there. Salute to New Knicks is in the chat. Thank you for rocking with us. We appreciate you guys. Salute to everybody. The Organic Fanatics, we out. You get it for the captain. Let's get it for the captain right here.
Yeah, for the captain.
Yeah. Special.
Films in the building. My God, what's good?
And I salute the new Knicks. Let's get it.
Shout out to the new Knicks.
The new Knicks, salute my guy.
The New Knicks, the Organic Podcast.
Sounds like it's about to go down in here. Going down. New York City, NYC. Brooklyn, standing in the